Hey guys, I am here again at a different place today. Obviously yesterday I was at a playground. Today I'm over at the tennis court at my apartment complex, which my girlfriend told me there was a pull-up bar. I got really excited, and it's not a pull-up bar, it's that door right over there that she thought was a pull-up bar. So, not exactly a pull-up bar, but we're gonna make it work. And so what we're gonna use today is we're gonna have the basketball court, or the tennis court, excuse me, for part of our little stations. And then we're also going to use our bands over here that we've set up. And so I have basically only three stations, one for each of us. This is going to be Kelsey's bands. She's behind the camera. Sorry, I was mean to her just now. And then, so this is going to be our jump squat station. This is going to be a hip thrust station. And then this is going to be what's called a stir the pot / Pavlov press station. So I'll explain, or basically I'll do all those and then explain them afterwards. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set up the camera and kind of show us doing the workout and running through it, and I'll try to explain stuff afterwards and during if I can. All right, so the first movement we're going to do today is we're going to do something with the bands. I know not everyone has bands, but it's just what I have, and I like to use them, and kind of have to use whatever we have right now. So we're going to do a hip extension or a hip thrust. A lot of people hold on to the band with their hands, or a lot of people use these with a rope attachment on the cable, which is fine, but a lot of people tend to use their arms too much, which tends to take away the emphasis on the hip extension. So the main thing is getting your hinge position, back stays flat, hips are going to come back. It's not a squat like this, it's a hinge. So hips come back, and then you're going to extend and squeeze. Extend, squeeze. The important part is really thinking about that squeeze at the end when you're extended, so that you actually have to fight the band. Like I said yesterday in my other video, you have to use the band's resistance at the end to really get the work out of it. So we're going to do this for 15 reps. All right, so the second thing we're going to do in this set is what's called a Pavlov press, and then we're also going to do what's called a stir the pot, both using the band, obviously. Our red band's the lightest band I have, but these are still good as long as you focus on getting that contraction. So what we're going to start with is we're going to press to right here, and we're going to hold for a moment. We're going to press, hold, So we're going to do those for 12 reps, and we're also going to do what's called stir the pot. So what you're going to start right here, you're going to come out, you're going to come back in. You're going to come out, you're going to come back in, like you're stirring a big cauldron. The same thing applies here, that you have to pause at the end of each rep to make sure that you're having to stabilize. So we're going to do those for 12 each as well. And that'll be the end of this set, and then soon I'll show you what we're going to do on the tennis court. Okay. All right, so we did 4 sets of the stuff over there. Obviously, we threw in a set of jump squats after the hip thrust, hip extension, just to get a little bit more conditioning in, and just to add a little bit more. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use our court here, and we're just gonna do classic lunges, plus some duck walks with the booty band. So lunges, there's not a lot of like new techniques to them, but the main thing is just kind of focus on not having the knee super track in front of the toes. You really want to have it almost like where you're stacking your joint. That way you can still get some quad work. If you're super behind, it's going to be mostly hip based, and so you kind of want to balance between the two. The booty band, I'm sure a lot of people know what these are now. It's called a hip band, This is a small one. I lost my bigger one. We're just going to use this. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to put it around our ankles right here. We're going to get some tension on the band, and we're just going to walk. And so what that is going to do is help these smaller glute muscles contract more than they normally would. Normally that's kind of the main glutes, the bigger glute maximus that does most of the work, but the glute medius doesn't really do a lot, and so this kind of helps open that up or make that fire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do probably 4 sets again of this, alternating. One of us is gonna use the booty band and one is gonna do the lunges down to the half court and back. Let's see here. Better than nothing.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm the movie star.
You filming that?
Hi, Andy.
Good. Okay, so we did 4 sets of that combo. You'll only see 3. We kind of didn't film the first one very well. So we're gonna finish this up. We've done 2 other things. So we're gonna do a 3rd little set of things, and we're gonna be done. And so what we're gonna do is a crawl, and probably everyone's done a bear crawl at some point. I use bear crawl sometimes, but what I like more are either the leopard crawl or the Spider-Man crawl. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you both. The leopard crawl is a little easier for most people. These look dumb. A lot of people think they're silly, but I call them undercover hard. They're a lot harder than you'd expect them to be, and they're free. They're an exercise where all you need is some space. If you have a hallway, patch of ground, or a field like we have, this is perfect. So what we're going to start with is the leopard crawl. So we're gonna get in our crawl position right here. Butt's gonna be down, not up like a bear crawl. That's the main difference. So we're gonna be down. We're gonna take our left arm and our right leg. Our right arm and our left leg. Over and over and over. So it takes a little bit to get that synchronization down. Once you get it, it's fine. The Spider-Man crawl is a little bit harder because instead of coming up, you're gonna go out. And a lot of people have a tough time with that because they start crawling up like this, and then they end up bear crawling anyways. So what I want you to try to get is just take your time, fully extend, and then come this way. Boom. So we're gonna do a few sets together, probably 3 sets down and back. We'll see how Kelsey does. These are pretty tough for people that do them for the first time. And I'll come back and kind of send you out with a good message. All right. They're harder than you think, and your hands are gonna get mushy. Okay, so that's the end of that. I'm tired. I think Kelsey's tired too. It's just another example of using the spaces that we have available to us and just keeping consistency up. That's the most important thing right now, is don't let something like this derail you, especially if you already have fitness goals. If you let this fall apart now, that's not good. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.